Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in John Fitzgerald's home tiki bar.
The Sneaky Tiki.
It's been a year.
It's been a year. It's been a good year.
And it's been a year. And today we're going to be talking about PDXotica 2026.
Yes. Indeed.
And like last year, there's going to be a home bus tour.
I mean, it is
a home tiki bar tour.
The home bar tour is really the thrust of the event.
Yeah.
And that's where we want to keep it going for the future. Is that this is the thing that makes us different from other tiki events around the U.S. and around the world. And so, you know, we're going to lean into that. Not to say that we don't have really cool things going on.
Yeah.
Friday night, the luau and dancers and a band, and Saturday night we're going to have another banquet, and then Just Rum is going to do a great rum symposium for us. And
at the Shriner Center.
At the Shrine Center in Wilsonville. Yep, that's our home base. And we've got a really cool thing happening with the dessert. I'm not going to give away too many secrets right now, but
well, I'll tell you what. I love those ice cream sandwiches that you had. I thought those were great. You had those ice cream sandwiches on a stick. They were like that chocolate coated.
We did, but we're gonna elevate the dessert a little bit this year.
Yes.
We're gonna do a rum tasting flight, and we're gonna pair desserts, like one bite desserts, with each of the rum.
And I'm not gonna give that away.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into the meat of the home tiki bars, let's give a little overview about how things are going to be with PDXotica 2026. So,
okay.
Like before, all the food's included.
Yep. So Friday night dinner, Saturday you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Lunch we're going to do a little different this year, and even though some people really liked the whole aspect of the sack lunch on the bus and trading desserts and things like they were back in elementary school, you know, it is hard to eat a pickle on your knee while the bus is moving. So we're going to do a midday stop and make that, whatever bar you're at midday, is going to be a little bit longer. We're going to serve lunch there.
Awesome.
And then, of course, Saturday night banquet. Sunday morning we'll give you breakfast. And we're talking, you know, good Shriner breakfast. So biscuits and gravy and something to soak up all that alcohol.
Because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Because, last year, I'll tell you what, last year it was, you know, what it was like 5 home tiki bars Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And then the entertainment. And it's funny, it's like we all got back after it and I just want to call it a night. I mean, there was so much to do. I mean, just like how you were saying that there's a drink at each bar.
That's right.
And a snack too at each place.
Yes. Yep.
Now this year, you're gonna have live music.
Correct.
Friday and Saturday.
Correct.
One band.
We're going to do one band instead of 2.
Yeah.
Some of the feedback was that taking us all the way to midnight was a little bit late. You know, we were trying to create that all-inclusive cruise experience, but people do want to get to the hotel and have, you know, room parties. So we're going to have just
Was there room parties going on after that?
There were a couple.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there were a couple, and we're hoping.
Troopers.
And we're not organizing those. We're sort of letting those go organically.
The hotel. Where's the hotel at? And are you still doing the shuttle thing?
We're still having the shuttles. It's just across the freeway. It's a little bit of a walk, and you are crossing the freeway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to do shuttles back and forth between the hotel and the Shrine Center.
Yeah.
And then after dinner, every hour there'll be shuttles going back and forth. So if you want to go back and then come back to the Shrine Center, you know, there's an opportunity to do that.
And the shuttle will pick you up and take you back for the home bar tours Saturday and Sunday too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So here's the thing, and the reason why I bring that up is like, so say you don't want to drink and drive.
I don't want you to drink and drive.
They got
I don't want you to drink and drive.
You got them covered. You got everyone covered.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole idea, is that we're making this an entire experience.
Yeah.
You are covered from morning till night.
Yeah.
And we're going to feed you, water you, entertain you. That's the draw of PDXotica.
Yeah, but the main thing that you have going on is the home tiki bar tour. And the thing that is awesome about it is like, this year you have it differently. Before there was only one price for the whole thing, but you have different tiers now.
So now it's day prices. So if you want to just...
You want to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah. So if you're looking to if you can't make the whole weekend, you got kids or work, whatever that's going to be, You can do the Friday night luau and that be it. You can come and see the home bar tour on Saturday and that be it. There's one price for that. So when you're on the website, there's ticket buttons for each of these different events. And so the Saturday evening where we're going to have the vendors and the band, that's just a $20 ticket if that's all you want to do is come and do vending. But if you want to do the whole bar tour for the day, there's a price for that. So yeah, we're trying. So
you can do like a day where like you can come in, get the breakfast, go on the bus tour, come back, and then have the entertainment for that night, or one or the other.
Yes. Well, and there's yes. So there are options for you to essentially craft the experience that you want. So if you're like, I can only want to do the Friday and then Sunday and Saturday, I've got that wedding I got to go to. You can make that happen. So when you go to the website, PDXotica.com, you can see the different options, the different buttons for the different events you want to purchase, or you purchase the whole weekend ticket. And we made the entire weekend ticket a little bit less expensive than if you're just a la carting it, because that is the experience we're trying to provide for you, the consumer, is an all-inclusive cruise-like feel. I mean, our bus captains are called skippers and first mates, and you call the folks on your bus the shipmate. So we're definitely going with this cruise type feel. That's what we're going for.
Yeah. And this year, how many home bars are we going to be going to?
So there'll be 4 home bars each day plus 1 commercial stop. So Saturday will be Bamboo Craftsman, and Sunday will be Just Rum Distillery, and then 4 home bars.
Yeah, and what last year when we stopped at the Just Rum Distillery, they were giving out free samples.
Yeah, they will again.
And I mean, I don't drink anymore, so I couldn't really partake in any of it. But no, it's okay. But I mean, like. But there was a lot of rum to be had. So
yeah, and we had a couple stragglers who got put onto the Shriner bus. We had a special bus for Shriners who were there to help for the event, and I wanted to give them an opportunity to the Shriners to be able to see some of the home bars as well. Well, they happened to put a little bar on the bus with themselves, so those few people who ended up being late and thought they were missing out actually ended up on a little more of a different experience with drinking with the Shriners on the bus. Oh my God!
And then at Bamboo Craftsman, they give you out free pieces of bamboo. It'd be funny if they did that.
No, they're giving you cocktails as well.
Yeah, that's how I was just joking with. Like, but at Bamboo Craftsman, there will actually be cocktails served at each. So there's literally going to be a cocktail served at each place.
You'll get at least 5 drinks for the day,
and food and snacks,
and all that. There will be cocktails for purchase at the evening events.
Yes,
and I don't want to announce it just yet, but we might have a superstar guest. Cocktail maker, mixologist for the Saturday night evening. So keep looking at the website to see when that gets revealed.
And I will say, I've had this special guest cocktails, and he makes some of the best cocktails I've ever had.
Yeah.
And he's a Pacific Northwest guy. Mm-hmm. And if everything's a go, just to being able to get his drinks is going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, at $15 a drink. I mean, that's it.
That's not bad.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, we're not here to gouge our guests. We're here to provide a great experience. We are trying to raise money for the Shrine Center, raise money for the Shriners. We're always out there raising money for the kids in the hospital. We sometimes neglect raising money for ourselves. Yeah. So this is helping the men who help the kids. Yeah. That's our motto for this event. And so we are trying to raise money for the Shriners, but we are also trying not to gouge our guests. We want you to come back again and again and again.
Let's go on a little pre-tour.
Okay.
And this is going to be all of the home tiki bars.
Yeah, we're going to have a great day today.
Yes.
And watch this video to the end. We're going to be hitting up 99% of the bars that'll be on the tour are going to be on your video today. Yep. And we're going to cruise through each bar. What's great is we've got a lot of new bars for this year. Yeah. A couple of great returning bars.
2. There's 2 returning, all new. All the rest are new.
Yep. And we're working on building a 3 to 4 year rotation of bars so that each time you come to PDXotica, you're not going to see the same 8 bars over and over again. Yep. However, when you see that bar from 2 or 3 years ago, as we know, no tiki bar is ever complete.
Yeah.
We will see how the tiki bars progress and grow and the new stuff at the bar. So I'm really excited about how this will look in year 4 and 5 and beyond, when we've got new bars rotating in, older bars coming back. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and so we're going to go to each home tiki bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to interview and talk to each of the owners, get a little bit of their backstory. And I'm not going to show too much of the bars.
Right. No. We want you to come see the bars.
We want you to come see the bars in person. But my buddy Jason, who was my photographer, took a lot of great pictures. So you can get a little. This is going to be all about just giving you a little sneak peek of what you can see on PDXotica 2026.
Yeah, like any good drug dealer, you're going to give that first taste for free, and then you're coming back for more, right?
I like how you're comparing PDXotica to doing heroin. Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Beaverton, Oregon, and I am at a pretty unique tiki bar, because it's not really a tiki bar. It's a what is it called?
It's a tuk-tuk.
A tuk-tuk, and that's like one of those, like, essentially they're from India, right?
Yeah.
And what are your names?
I'm Cassie Franks, and this is Brad.
And what is the name of your home tiki?
And the name of our space is Bob's Rocky Landing.
Bob's Rocky Landing. So where'd you come up with the name of that?
So we wanted to create sort of the vibe of like a World War II pilot who crash landed on a South Pacific island.
Yes.
And had to make do with whatever washed up on shore.
Yeah.
And sort of a cargo cult vibe. And
no, what'd you say?
A cargo cult.
A cargo cult vibe.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the ways that we made this structure was with an inheritance from my grandfather, Bob Maringer, who passed away. Okay. And so I wanted to honor him in the name, and we were trying to come up with a punny sort of name for like a pilot that crash landed.
Yeah.
But we also have this great stone patio. It's very rocky. And so we bantered around a bunch of names and came up with Bob's Rocky Landing as a sort of a vibe for what's going on here.
That's awesome. And the thing that I noticed too is, like, over there is literally an actual parachute hanging. So that's where he fell.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's where he fell.
And then he decided, like, all right, I'm going to make a.
We're stuck here. We better make a comfortable spot.
Yeah. Well, how long have you guys been? How long have you lived in this house?
Yeah, Brad got this house in 2014.
Okay.
And I moved in a year later.
Yeah.
And then this structure and the patio space was finished in March of 2020. So perfect timing for lots of entertaining. And
which means there was no entertainment.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, well, you can entertain yourself, I guess, too. So, like, I noticed here there's like a ladder. Does this go up to something?
Yeah, there's a sleeping loft up there. There's a little futon.
Like, for real?
Yeah, we've had people stay the night up there. There's a futon and some pillows.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But you won't let them sleep in the house.
If they want to be on the couch, sure.
So it's like, well, we got two options for you. We got the couch or we got the loft upstairs. But
there's also a hammock. So 3 options.
Oh my God! Just don't come here when it's in the middle of the winter, like when it's raining like all the time and stuff like that.
The raccoons cuddle up. It's great.
Oh God. Your bar is going to be on the PDXotica home bar tour.
Yes.
So how did you guys get hooked up with that?
Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, sure, yeah. There used to be an event in Portland years ago that had a tiki bar tour as part of their event.
Yeah, TikiCon.
Yeah, and so we wanted to get back into that.
Yeah.
Last year there was the PDXotica tour.
Yeah.
I went as a guest of the tour.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, had a great time.
Yeah.
It was wonderful, wonderful. Saw some amazing spaces.
Yeah.
And wanted to get involved ourselves. Like it was a good, getting ourselves involved was a good way for us to prompt us to continue to work on our own space.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I love about your tiki bar is that what makes a good tiki bar is a good story.
Yeah.
And you have that going on. You know, before I even got inside the tiki bar, I had to make a phone call on like a military
Like you have one
Yeah,
there.
it's
You
right
want to bring
Yeah,
it.
it's right
A
here.
field phone.
Is that what it is?
Old
Field phone.
military field phone. Yeah, TA1. It's called.
That's legit. Like that's actually.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, like the military would use these on like listening or observation posts.
Is that really?
And it comes with there's a big spool of wire, 1,000 kilometers of wire.
Where did you
run
find
it,
that
you
at?
run it out. Yeah, you find things in places.
and you were saying that Tuk Tuk originally you saw it like at some store and it was like they wanted like $3,000.
Yeah,
And then you're like, that's not going to happen. And then eventually you saw it on Craigslist for like $200.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's awesome.
And we've got a bent propeller lashed up at the top there from a crashed plane.
Oh my God. Well, actually, now that I look up, this is actually a pretty tall structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We had to buy a special ladder just to get up there.
Yeah, who did it? Who was the person that went up?
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you get up there and do that. Before we go, I can't help but notice some of these items here.
Yeah, these are some prototype Jell-O items.
Originally, I came here and I thought this was like literally like a lemon, but it's not.
Nope.
Like you can eat that.
Yes.
Can I eat it?
And you
Yes.
should, yes. You should absolutely eat that.
Oh my God. Is it?
So the Instagram account that I use
Yeah.
for my gelatin art is yes, you can eat that.
So it looks like a deviled egg,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Jell-O.
It
It's
looks
Jell-O.
so much like a deviled egg that we got yelled at for bringing it to a luau
What?
At Dana
because people
Fryer's
thought
party.
they were going to be eating deviled eggs and they got alcoholic gelatin eggs.
Oh my God.
This one is not alcoholic. It's the
Look at
coconut
this.
pineapple.
This one has like a little moai and stuff like that. Is this what you do? Like you?
Yeah. And so John and I had talked about supplying some kind of Jell-O items at PDXotica at the banquet. And so these are some prototypes that I'm sharing as some ideas that we might
Oh my God. Look
supply.
at, yeah, there's a little
Yeah.
moai there. Well, I'll tell you what. Just recently, if I'm invited to a party and say like you got to bring something, you know what I've been making? Jell-O jigglers.
Amazing. And they're
For
a big
sure.
hit, right?
And they're always
Oh,
a big hit.
yeah,
They
for
always, they always. I watched it. Do you guys know who Charles Phoenix is?
Yeah.
Well, I watched an interview that he was at, and somehow he went on a tirade about Jell-O, and he's like, "Jell-O's amazing." And he goes, "If you have Jell-O at a party, it's all going to be gone." I'm like, he's right. So like I made a pan of jigglers for myself, and it's like I went through half the pan in like a day, and I'm like, so anytime I go to a party, I make the jigglers, they're all gone.
They're so satisfying.
Yep.
And these are great in the same way. They're very approachable.
Yeah.
They're not so beautiful people are afraid to eat them,
Yeah.
which can happen with some of the more beautiful items.
So if people come to the tour and they come to your place, they're going to get some of these Jell-O.
Yeah, we'll
creations.
definitely have some Jell-O snacks available.
Awesome. And that is going to be coming up in July.
Yep.
And, I'll probably be coming back down and I'll be saying hello again.
Great.
Look forward to having you.
All right. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Lake Oswego, Oregon. And I'll tell you what, I've never been here before. And I am in, what's the name of your home tiki bar?
The Groggy Grotto.
The Groggy Grotto. And what's your name?
Oh, and I'm Darren McKee.
Darren McKee. And the interesting thing about Darren and his wife, who's off camera, I actually met you guys up in you guys used to live up in West Seattle.
West Seattle, yeah.
And the funny thing is, I think your wife bought you like a shirt. Was it supposed to be a surprise?
It was a birthday present.
It was a birthday present. So I deliver the shirt personally because I live in Seattle. And she's like, yeah, we're working on a home tiki bar. You know, it's kind of like downstairs. And I'm like, would you like to see it? I'm like, yeah, I would. And I walk downstairs. And I'm like, damn. I mean, it looked great. And then I never hear from you guys again. And then I run into you down here, and you're like, yeah, well, we got a new place now at our new place here in your new home down here. And like, this is the first time I'm here. And I'll tell you what, I'm blown away. It's incredible.
Thank you.
I mean, when I think of a home tiki bar, like this is it. So what made you decide to build this tiki bar?
Well, when we were in West Seattle,
Yeah.
we started getting interested in tiki stuff and started buying a few things at garage sales.
Yeah.
And eventually, when we bought, there's a tiki in the corner over there.
Yeah.
It's about this big. And when we got that, I think that really set it off. We
Yeah.
started buying furniture and everything.
Yeah.
So we cleaned out that basement room, which was like storage.
Yeah.
I thought we'll make this into a tiki space. So when you saw it, it was kind of arranged, but we weren't done.
Yeah, the walls weren't done.
Yeah, so we thought, well, we'll have you back when it's done.
Yeah. And it never happened. I'm like, okay, well, all right.
Because we finally got the wall stuff up and
Yeah.
then had to take it all out because we moved down here.
Yeah.
And then it took 3 years or so to get this built out, just because I'm lazy. So it took time and decisions to be made and whatever. So yeah.
Well, okay, well, I'll tell you what. I've been to a lot of home tiki bars, and a lot of times I'm walking out into a garage. I'm walking out into like a lanai on the side of the home. Maybe I'm going down into a basement. But I think this might have been one of the first few times where the tiki bar is upstairs.
Oh.
And what room is this? What was this room?
It was just an empty, like a rec room, I guess.
Okay.
That shape was already there, just
Yeah.
flat and like that. And I thought, well, that naturally kind of looks like a hut, so we kind of thought we'd make that like a hut area.
Wait, I'll tell you what. You know what? The thing that's interesting, the illusion's working because I'm seeing the slanted. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, we're in the roof. That's the roof. But your roof's like slanted.
Yeah. It just worked out like that.
Yeah, so you totally got the illusion going great. And so you guys are going to be on the home bar tour for PDXotica 2026.
Yeah.
So how did you get hooked up with that?
Well, we went last year.
Yes.
And had a great time going around and seeing everything.
Yeah.
And we thought, this is really fun. And then we thought, well, this place is, looking pretty finished. Maybe it would qualify. And we asked John, and he came by and said, yeah, let's include you. So.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'm very, very excited because I'll be coming back down, and I can't wait to see it again. Hi, everyone. My name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in West Lynn, Oregon. And I don't think I've ever been in West Lynn before. Where are we located? Like, where are we at in reference to Portland?
So there's Portland Metro, and then there's Lake Oswego, and then there's West Lynn.
Yeah.
So we're just south of Portland downtown area on the west side of the Willamette River.
Okay, so you're not that far away then.
No, super close. What, 20 minutes to get
Is
to
that it?
town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 minutes to Holly Paley.
And you guys have a home tiki bar.
Yes, we do.
What's it called?
The Tail and Tentacle.
The Tail and Tentacle. And what are your names?
My name's Jody.
Yeah.
And my name's Keith.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, where did you come up with the name Tail and Tentacle? What does that mean? I mean, I see tentacles there.
Yes.
But what about the tails, though? Or am I missing something?
We have 2 dogs.
Yes.
So, they're naturally part of this.
Yeah.
And we also have the parrots and the monkey, and I don't know, we just enjoy animals.
Yeah, you have a monkey.
We do have a monkey.
It's not real.
Well, I mean, it could be, right?
So how did you guys get into tiki? Like, what made you decide to start to build a home tiki bar?
Well, it has been my dream to have a home tiki bar since we bought this place.
And when was that?
2015.
Okay. So you've been here for a little bit.
Yeah, we have been here for a while. The problem is that once we bought this place, we realized that there was a lot of things we had to do instead of what we wanted to do.
So isn't that life?
Kinda.
Yeah.
So once we finally got to the point where the house was livable,
Yeah.
we decided to break ground, and I'm glad we waited because this space was so much better than where we were originally planning.
What were you thinking it was going to be?
Just right over there, like where that closet is. A tiny little space.
Like that, just there.
Well, and coming out from the hallway, maybe.
Yeah,
it
that's
wouldn't
not
have
gonna
really
work.
worked.
No.
It'd be a
Yeah.
very small home tiki bar.
I know. It wouldn't have been as cozy.
No, and this is like your rec room, right?
Basically,
Yeah, so you-
rumpus room.
Yeah, we're down below. The main living quarters is upstairs.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have a guest suite down here.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
So if you invite someone over, if they had too many Mai Tais, you could be like, "Oh,
Yep.
just prop you up over there."
Right down there.
It's funny. I was at another home tiki bar this morning, where they have a loft. It's outside, and they literally built a loft above the bar. So
Oh.
they're like, if someone could stay up there, it's like legit and everything like that. But
They got to get up there. After
they got to
a few
get
Mai
up there, and
Tais,
it's
though.
like I hope they don't fall out. So
This was a little bit easier commute.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll tell you what, one thing, I mean, normally, like, when it comes to, like, a tiki bar, like, usually, like, the golden rule is, like, oh, you don't want to have any windows, you want to keep everything dark. But I think what's awesome about your space is that you do have a lot of windows.
Yep.
But I love that you actually embrace that. Because the view that you see from outside
windows is just beautiful. Just
Thank
like
you.
trees and everything like that. That's the whole thing that I love about Tiki too. Is I love Tiki bars that incorporate nature too, and I
Yes.
love that you're kind of doing that with your windows.
It brings the outside in. That's what mid-century modern was all about,
Yeah.
really. And there's such a nice tie-in between the two motifs.
Yeah. So when did you start build? So you bought the house in 2015.
Yep.
When did you start building the Tiki
Oh
bar?
my gosh. So we were on the PDXotica tour last year. And so on the bus ride back to the hotel that Sunday afternoon, Jody says, I have an announcement to make. We're building a home tiki bar and we're inviting all of you over on November
It was, November 15th, or something like that.
Here's our address. And
And you're sitting there like,
I'm like, oh,
No, but
okay, this is
but to be fair, we had started. We just hadn't finished.
Yeah.
So we started last April, so about a year.
yeah. So what would you say like your influences are like when you were building your space? Like what were you kind of going for?
well, what you were just talking about,
Yeah.
bringing the outside in. So making this less like a tiki bar, more
Yeah.
like a beach hut.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
bringing in some
During
of the
the
burlap
day.
and the bamboo and during the day, so that was kind of the main, I think.
Did you
inspiration.
have that party? Did you have that?
We did, and you know who didn't show up?
Oh.
Everybody except our friends, Darren and Kathleen and Brad and Cassie. Nobody else from our bus showed up. Nobody.
I would have came.
Thank you. I should have invited you. Weren't
You-
on our
you-
bus.
you didn't invite
You were on
me.
the other bus.
I was on the other bus.
And we were ready for 30 people.
People, yeah.
We had food, we had booze. I was ready.
Ah, man.
I had so many pictures of batch drinks here.
Yeah.
I ended up drinking more than my fair share because nobody else was going to.
Yeah, this alcohol is not going to drink itself. Well, that being said, talk about a lost opportunity.
For them,
For them, but
It
you
forced us.
are going to be on the home bar tour for PDXotica.
I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, so it was in the middle of July.
Yep.
If they didn't come to the party before, they can come to the party here.
They sure can.
Yeah. So how did you get hooked up with the PDXotica?
Well, I sent an email to John and asked to be
Yeah.
on the tour because I felt like, the home bars last year were off the charts, so good. I know we can't, and there is no competition. It's not about competing. It's
Yeah.
just about like, okay, theirs are awesome. Maybe we can also
Yeah.
kind of show off what we've done.
No, well, come on, and you're right. It isn't a competition, and I love all home tiki bars equally. It's my favorite thing, and I'll tell you what. I'll be seeing you. I'm going to be coming down in July.
Great.
So I'll be seeing you.
That sounds awesome.
So
we'll be
I
happy
won't.
to have you.
I quit drinking, but make me another one of these mocktails, and I'll be sipping on one of those.
There will always be a mocktail for you at our bar at the Tails and Tentacle.
That's a good way to end it.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Portland, Oregon at a home tiki bar that I've been wanting to get to for years. This is Erin, and I met you years ago.
Yeah,
And you're like, I have a home tiki bar, I have a home tiki bar. I was like, I want to see it, I want to see it, I want to see it.
yeah.
And I finally made it. I
You
finally
did.
made it. And and the name of your tiki bar, what's it called?
Lava Lounge PDX.
Lava Lounge PDX. Now, Seattle used to have a Lava Lounge,
I know.
but it wasn't as cool as this home tiki bar, though. Yours is more, I mean, this is like the real deal. But you're an old school tiki person. Like, you've been around and you've been into this for like a long, long time. So when did you get into it?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'd say probably the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Late 90s.
Yeah, and I basically started getting into tiki through Exotica music because I'm a musician.
Yeah.
And-
Multi
Yeah.
talented.
Well, yeah.
What's your main thing?
Well, flute, clarinet, and saxophone were my majors in school.
Yeah.
But I also play guitar and bass and percussion, among a few other things. But yeah, those are my main staple instruments that I play.
And for the record, there's a stage over there, like a full-on stage with like a whole other space
Yeah.
with like movie theater seats and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So do you put on like shows and stuff like here?
Yeah, yeah. We've had everything from, cello and art installations to surf nights where we've had
Really?
surf bands. We had the Gents of Chaos a couple of times now last summer, and then again on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have live shows, and then we do other sorts of events as well.
So what came first? Was it that or the Tiki bar?
The Tiki bar.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So when did you start building this?
Well, I bought this place in 2008, and when I looked at the place, I knew that I had to be able to see a space for my tiki bar and also my music studio, which is downstairs. So yeah, I could visualize what I wanted to see happen, and pretty much within the first couple years of buying the place, I put in all these doors and windows and all the interior walls and re-landscaped, and yeah, it's been happening. Yeah.
That is awesome. So your bar is going to be part of the PDXotica home bar tour this year. So how did you get hooked up with that?
Well, John came by. Well, he heard about me, I think, first of all, and then he came by last year for one of our music shows to meet me and I think kind of see the space. And so, yeah, we kind of hit it off that night, and we talked about doing it. And it didn't work out for me last year to be on the tour, so making it happen this year.
Yeah. And the last time your bar was on any home bar tour was how long ago? It was TikiCon, right?
Yeah, TikiCon 2014.
2014
was the last time, but the first time was 2006.
2006.
So yeah,
Oh my God! So back then, like, how many people were on those tours then? Like 10?
No, but more like 40 people. 40 to 50 people right in there. I think we could do one bus to make it around. So
yeah, but I mean now, how many people do you think you can fit into this home tiki bar?
Well, we have seating inside, including both spaces here, for 44. And then when we open up the outside, I mean, it's just like at least 30 more seats probably when we put out everything.
Here's the important question. What does your neighbors think of?
They love it.
Okay, all right. Because I was going to say, I'm putting on shows. We have a stage, a PA system. I'm like, well, what's your next door neighbors thinking?
Yeah, no, it's great. I actually teach ukulele students to the people. They're my ukulele students next door, and then Joanne's awesome. My wife went to a concert with her last night, and then behind us, part of the resistance group here in our neighborhood. So, so we're friendly with everybody, and we make sure that all the neighborhood folk can get into anything, free of charge. So we keep them happy. Yeah.
Well, PDXotica, there is a you have to pay to get a ticket.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, people out there, it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, your bar is one of God, I don't even know how many tiki bars there are going to be on it now. 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days worth of home bars. I mean, that is, it's amazing.
And I'll tell you what, my favorite part about Tiki is the home tiki bars.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, is this. Yeah. Hanging out in a place like this. And again, what I love about home tiki bars, is that you get to see the different people's personalities.
Exactly.
What they're into, what their interests mixed in with the tiki. And for
you,
like music, so you literally have a stage. You literally have a music venue in your tiki bar.
Right. Yeah. But everything on this side, here in the bar has a story. I mean, it's something that I've collected over years of doing this. So, everything's got a memory, everything's got a story, including every single mug that's here. So it's, who made the curtains for me. I mean, it's just, it's, and I think you're right. I mean, I think home tiki bars show show the personality of the person that lives there, and yeah, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, and I think the awesome thing is, like, as soon as I walked in, the first thing I noticed is that you have a jukebox.
Yeah.
So right there, I'm like, okay, she's into music.
Yeah, for sure.
So I will be seeing you in July. I'll be coming back down.
Nice.
So
yes.
So since I don't drink anymore, can you save me another one of these non-alcoholic drinks when I come down?
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Aaron.
Yeah.
See you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Vancouver, Washington. And today we are at my good buddy Paul's. Would you consider this a lanai?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would venture that way.
Yeah. And what is the name of your ballpark, Paul?
Is Kokomo.
Kokomo
Oasis.
The Kokomo Oasis.
Yeah.
Now, how did you come up with that name?
Well, it was kind of a long story, but
long boat ride.
Yeah, long boat ride. Basically, in 2020, my parents had passed. And,
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, both my parents
Both?
had passed. Yes, at the roughly a year apart.
Oh man, I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. But yeah, so at the time we were kind of taking stuff from the house, and my dad had this dream of doing this big water feature in his house. And so we had, inside of the house, we had an atrium where there was a walking area, and there was a little area where he was building a waterfall. Yeah. So in honor of my dad, we actually went to the house and we got some of these large stones, and we started building the water feature that we have out here.
Yeah, and it's pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the waterfall there, and the water comes down. You actually walk over a little bridge to come into the tiki bar, and it goes out into like a little pond over there.
Complete with koi fish.
Oh, really? There's fish in there too?
They're in there. They're in there. Yeah.
Oh my God!
We have to wait for a clear day. They'd done some breeding over the winter time, and so we have about 20 now.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So if you want a goldfish or a koi fish, I know a guy.
Okay. Well, thanks. So that being said, so the first thing that started was the water feature.
Yeah, was the water feature.
What was here? Nothing?
Nothing was here. And then one day after we had completed the water feature and said, my wife said, you know what, it would be really nice if we had a nice little place to sit and watch it.
Yeah.
And I had been watching Tiki with Ray.
Oh, come on.
And
for comic relief, you know.
Right. But I had loved the whole Tiki culture, and I found old photos of my grandparents, and so this whole theme of like my mom and my dad, we have the homage to them. Yeah. We have my grandparents, my grandfather, who was a World War II veteran, and a Shriner.
Yes.
And my grandmother, they were in Pearl Harbor together. So all of these things kind of started coming together, you know, this theme of two lovers, you know, in this, you know, tropical environment. So there's that homage, that history towards towards the early hearkening of the American Tiki pop culture. Yeah. And I thought, you know what, this is fitting. What's a good song that kind of captures that whole vibe that, you know, that is my generation, and that's where we came up with Kokomo.
Wow. What a history.
Yeah.
And the cool thing that I love about your bar is there's little Easter eggs.
There's little Easter eggs all over.
Not actual Easter eggs.
No, not yet.
But little clues and stuff like that. Do you want to talk about some of those?
Yeah. So part of the theming of two lovers, you know, the Lover's Lagoon or Kokomo Oasis, is the story of, you know, a man and a woman coming together. So there's little carvings here and there. There's a little bit of Morse code, kind of a tilt of the hat to.
There is Morse code, literally right underneath here.
Yeah.
And the one day when I was here, I tried to decipher it, and I still messed it up. But then you got I'm like, oh, is that what it means? But literally there is a message in Morse code underneath here. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's not victory. Right?
That's right.
It says something completely different.
Completely different. but again, and kind of tying back the motif to Tiki culture.
Yeah.
2 dots and a dash. Navy in the Pacific.
Yeah.
I like to tie things back into the storyline. Little bits here and there, subtle hints. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and what's really, really cool is your bar is going to be on the bus tour.
Yep, it is.
For PDXotica this year.
It is, yeah.
And I'm excited to come back again because last year when I came down, for some reason, we were only here for maybe 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Somehow, and then I guess there was a backup or something got moved around. Because as soon as I got sit down on one of those chairs to relax, we're like, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. All right, time to get going. I'm like, wait, I want to hang out here, know? Yeah. So I'll tell you what, it was awesome to sit down and talk with you.
Yeah, it was great.
And everyone out there, if you want to check out this bar and figure out what the message is in Morse code, you got to come out to PDXotica. And
there's only one way to get it, and that's in person.
Yeah.
Yep. And we can't tell all the secrets.
I'm not saying any secrets at all. But I'll see you back in July.
Absolutely.
Take care.
You too.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Aloha.
Aloha.
Not, is it? No, it's
no, it's supposed to be called Aloha, but I like Aloha.
So there was a whole story to it. They didn't want to call, the people that own this place, they didn't want to call it Aloha, so they're like, no, it's Aloha.
Well, because they misspelled it.
They misspelled it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be H-O-A, but yeah, something like that. And so they misspelled it like Aloha.
Yeah.
And so that's how people pronounce it. They went, no, it's Aloha. Well, there you have it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
That's the story I heard.
Well, your bar is the perfect bar to be in Aloha.
Yeah.
And the name of your bar is called the Cabana, right?
The Cabana.
Yeah, and you are the Cabana man, or otherwise known as Dana.
Dana, yes.
And Dana,
just don't say my last name because they're still looking for me.
Was it like Beetlejuice if you say it too many times, like something?
Yeah,
I don't even know. You know what? I don't even know if I know your last name. On my phone, it says Dana.
Should I say my last name?
On my phone, it says Dana Cabana man.
Well, my last name is
Fryer.
F-R-Y-E-R. I'm an Oregon-grown Fryer.
Yeah.
If you even know what that means.
Yeah, like old-timey.
No, the chickens.
The chickens.
They were called Oregon-grown Fryers.
What is it, chicken?
Well, all depends on the size of the person I'm facing.
I gotcha. Your bar,
that was drivel,
is going to be part of 2026's PDXotica.
Yeah.
And you were part of 2025.
Yes. So it was fun.
Oh God, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, I remember your bar was one of the first ones we went to. So everyone was relatively sober.
Yeah, it was sad.
And then as it went on, I saw everyone get drinking more and more. And the cool thing I love about your bar is that we are outside. Yes. Your house is right there.
Right.
But this is kind of like a lanai situation.
Yes.
And you built this
the cover.
roof.
Yeah.
And then over there is the actual bar.
Correct.
And then over there is a gazebo kind of thing that you haven't closed.
Well, right now, because every winter we've got to protect Audrey. Audrey is this plant that from Little Shop of Horrors, it just grows and grows and grows. And it used to be in the house, a little tiny plant.
Yeah.
So now it's out there. We can't move it inside, and it'll die in the winter. So I build a wall all around it.
Well, the reality too is living down here, and out in the Pacific Northwest, it definitely gets cold and rainy and dark.
Yeah,
and it would be a crime to not be able to enjoy this.
Yeah.
9 months out of the year.
Oh yeah.
So you have it set up where how cold can it be and still be comfortable here?
Oh, dude, these heat lamps that I've got right now,
yeah,
they're not out in the summertime. We tuck them away, but I've been out here when there was a pile of snow,
Yeah.
super windy, but I've got my winter wall there that
Yeah.
blocks the wind. Out here in shorts and nice tropical shirt with a buddy or two.
Yeah.
Get the heaters on. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is great. And one thing that really stood out when I saw like it was on TV. It was for like it was for like a news thing.
Channel 12, yeah, KPTV.
And they're
12.
like showing around, and it's like this guy has like a tide pool,
Yeah.
and there's a waterfall right there,
Yeah, I turned off the waterfall so they can
Yeah.
hear us.
and you built a cave.
And I built a cave, yes.
Like
Well,
they-
that's what spawned the KPTV thing.
How so?
Because Wayne Garcia, he was a news guy there.
He wasn't impressed that you have a tiki bar. He's like, he has a cave in his backyard.
That's what finally did it.
Oh, really?
Because he was over, we were having drinks out in the cave.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he goes, okay, this is just over the top. Is it okay if I bring like a crew down here and we shoot something? And so, I mean, you know me, I'm very shy. So, okay. And so I had a few friends over, you know, and we had a good time. He asked some questions.
Yeah.
And the interesting part was, so they posted on their, I don't know if it was a Facebook page or
Yeah.
what, that was so long ago, and reading all the comments, and I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. You know, it's like some people are going, you know, some people calling me a jerk and stuff, and I just thought, well, that's kind of funny. Well, yeah, it's like
A jerk.
well, in the sense that they thought that, oh yeah, you can do that because you're all rich. No, man, I did this with my own. See, look, I cut myself today working on the Cabana. See that little hole?
The reason why you can do this is because you're good with tools.
Well, that's what I tell my wife.
Yeah. You built everything, though. You built the cave. You built
I
the
built
waterfall.
everything, yes.
You built the everything. I remember we were talking about like with the tide pool, and you created the mechanism and the mechanics.
That took me a while.
To get it to work and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you literally like built this whole place yourself, essentially.
But the coolest part is I kind of do all the big stuff, but you see all of the decorations and the
Yeah.
plants. That's my wife.
Oh, yeah.
She keeps the plants alive, and she just decorates it so that there's always something new to see here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I did a blog post on your place, like, I think it was like 2016, 2017. And I remember what it looked like back then. And it was great. But there's just so much more going on.
Right.
That it's incredible. And I'll tell you what, everyone out there watching, if you want to see this in person, you got to come out to PDXotica
PDXotica.
2026. And the date was July. Sean, what's the date? July
17th, 19th.
17th through the 19th.
All right.
Want to support the Tiki with Ray show and look cool doing it at the same time? Then head over to tikiwithray.com and buy yourself a Tiki with Ray shirt. They're only $20. Tony Canepa did the design, and they're screen printed in America.